Intel reporting blowout fourth quarter numbers yesterday. It's a bellwether for this sector. Sheila, you've been taking a look at Intel's numbers, and really what it says could tell us a lot about what's going to happen in the tech sector going forward, right?
No, absolutely. I mean, look, any way you cut it, Intel had these blowout numbers last night, and analysts in general think that this is very, very good for the tech sector overall. Stock is up as much as 1.6% in the pre-market trading today, and let's look at those results for a second. So top line, revenues came in at $10.6 billion. Now, this is versus estimates of $9.7 billion. And Scarlett, I want to point out that this is the biggest quarterly revenue we've seen for Intel since 2007. So some big numbers we're seeing there. Bottom line, 40 cents came in versus the 30 cents estimate. So big, big beat there. And again, biggest EPS posted since 2005. So we're talking about some big increases here. And of course, gross margin, that's all important for Intel. Record number, 65%. I mean, the company has never achieved these kind of margins before. So very, very good quarter for the company. And also looking ahead, they also guided upwards both on the top line and the bottom line. So really looking good. And as far as the implications for the entire tech sector, people think that this bodes very well. In fact, Goldman Sachs, they say, look, when you look at the hardware sector, when you look at the software sector, these results have very, very positive implications. So let's talk about some hardware stocks for a second. Stacy Smith, who's the Intel CFO, he talked about how this resurgence in PC sales and laptops really helped boost those results.
Right.
Well, HP and Dell, those are two stocks that could also benefit from that, and Goldman Sachs says to keep an eye out on them. And of course, if people are buying more PCs and if they're buying more laptops, hey, they need the software to go with them, right? So Microsoft, Adobe, Citrix, all examples of stocks that could also get a boost from these results and that have some very positive implications there for them.
Okay, so we'll look for that in this morning's tradings, but you've got to wonder that after such stellar numbers, such blowout numbers, there's got to be areas where investors are worried, and certainly the stock could be priced for perfection. Right.
No, and that's absolutely the big case with Intel now. Has all the good news in the stock already been priced in? So, for example, we talked about those record gross margins. Hey, if we're at a peak there, you know, that could forebode some negativity for the stock going forward. And Bank of America Merrill Lynch, they make a very interesting point about inventory builds. So they talk about how in the fourth quarter, inventory builds were actually up 18%. The company guided inventory builds to be up again for the first quarter in 2010. And what they say is, look, when you look at the historical performance of the stock compared to inventory builds, every time you've had 2 quarters of inventory builds, the stock has fallen. So now we're going into 2 quarters of potential inventory builds. So we'll have to see what the stock does. So it's a very interesting trend to keep a track of, and something investors should keep in mind.
Okay, got it. Watch inventory buildup at Intel.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Sheila Dharmarajan.